Hello and what's going on, guys? HexyTCG here and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we've got one of these sets that I have been waiting for a long time, one of the anime that honestly got me into watching anime in the first place growing up, and just something that I think is going to be fun in the first place and overall. And so in today's video we've got the Sword Art Online starter deck coming out for you guys. Eventually soon EXBurst will have the rest of the Sword Art Online cards once they go ahead and implement them into the website. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and show you the HypoDeck that we created with what came out so far. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it. We're going to go ahead and have the 0 cost Kirito. He's just going to be a basic vanilla. He doesn't have anything too crazy, so he's just got the 1500 BP. He's got the get trigger, and he's going to generate 1 energy for us. Up next, we're going to have 0 energy, 1 AP Lisbeth. She's going to be a Wind Blade, so choose up to 1 character on your field. It gains 1000 BP until the end of the turn. Also for that Kirito, by the way, we're going to have 4 of him, and then for Lisbeth, we're going to also have 4 of her, since we're going with our 0 energies first. And then our last 0 energy, we're going to have 0 energy, 1 AP Silka. She's going to be a vanilla as well, and she's going to be 2000 BP with 1 energy. And so with all the other starter deck cards, I know that there was another 0 energy in there for Pina, and I know she would be one that would allow you to rest her and then sideline her after the end of the turn by generating a 2nd energy for you, but I felt it was better to go ahead and add Silka in there just so I could have a little bit more BP just to help me out with one of the other cards that we will go over later on in this video as well. But let's go ahead and continue on with the next cards that we have in this set. And so the next card that we will talk about is going to be our 1 energy, 1 AP Agile or Agil. He's going to be a double blocker, so whenever he blocks, if he's a higher BP than the character that's attacking, he'll be able to go ahead and block again eventually as well. And so he's going to have 2500 BP and generate 1 energy for us on the energy line. And we're going to also take 3 of him as well. At first I had him at 2, but I went ahead and dropped one of the Silkas from 4 to 3 because I felt like having 3 of these double blockers early on might help out just to start out the game if anybody tries to be aggressive. But yeah, let's go ahead into the next one. It's going to be 1 energy, 1 AP Yui. Whenever she's played, return 1 other character on your field with 1 or less required energy to your hand, and if you cannot, return this character to your hand. She's going to have 1500 BP and generate 2 energy for us as well. We're going to be holding 3 of her just so that way we can have some cards that are going to generate 2 energy for us as well without a problem. And our next card is going to be 2 energy, 1 AP Asuna. Once per turn, when this character moves outside of your movement phase, she will gain 1000 BP until the end of the turn. And so base Asuna right now, she will be 3k, but if you ever move her around with any other sort of movement in the game outside of the movement phase, as it says, she will go ahead and jump up to 4000 BP with that extra 1000. And if she's played on your energy line, she's going to generate 1 energy for you as well. We will be holding 4 of her just because I feel like that Asuna will be very nice to have. It'll also help us have a 4k for whenever she is moved once per turn, and so that will just be something that will help us keep our front line pretty busy during the attack phase and help us out whenever we need some blockers as well. And so our next card is going to be our color trigger. It's going to be 3 energy, 1 AP Kirito. When played, choose up to 1 character on your field and move it to the front or to the other line. And so pretty much with this Kirito right here, he would be something that we would be able to play with that Asuna that we just read, and we would be able to allow that Asuna to move up to the front line if she's on our energy line, and she would go ahead and jump up to 4k. Now this Kirito, he would still be at 3k just because his base BP is 3k. He's not getting any bonus right now. But there is another card that we'll go over very shortly that can also boost him up as well to bring him up to 4k. He's going to be a color trigger for blue, and so for the blue color trigger, you get to choose 1 character with 3500 or less BP on your opponent's front line and return it to hand. And he's going to also generate 2 energy for us on the energy line as well. We'll be holding 4 of those Kiritos because we will need him just in case for that raid trigger later on. So let's go ahead and get into our other card real quick. Next card coming up is going to be 3 energy, 1 AP Agil. He's going to be a vanilla as well, unfortunately, but he's going to also be a active trigger, and so whenever we pull him from life, he'll just go ahead and gives 3000 BP to anybody on our field until the end of the turn at least. And then he's going to also have a base of 3000 BP while generating 2 energy for us. We will be holding 3 of him just because he will be a 3k that we can boost up eventually, and keep on the front line just to help us get in some attacks as we need. And then he's also just another card that if we need somebody to swap out with one of the cards inside of this switch deck, we can use him as well, because he's right there in the middle for BP attacks. And so next card coming up is going to be our Asuna. We're going to be running 4 of this Asuna. It's the 4 energy, 1 AP. Once per turn, whenever this character moves outside of her movement phase, she will gain 1000 BP and impact. So she's just like the other Asuna that starts out at 3000 BP, but instead she starts out at 4000 BP, and when she moves, instead of only gaining 1000 BP, she will also gain impact 1 as well. And so she ends up attacking and gets to go ahead and swing, and it goes through. That's going to go ahead and be 1 life. So if you don't have any nullify impact or anything with a higher BP, just go ahead and get ready to take that 1 life with this Asuna right here as well. And so the next card that we have, she's also going to be an active trigger as well, by the way, and then generate 1 energy for you on the energy line. And she's not a raid trigger, which is pretty interesting. I think that's pretty nice for a card like that, even for it to not be a raid. And so our next card right here, our last character, is going to be our 4 energy 1 AP Kirito, and this is going to be our one and only raid with the starter deck. And so whenever he is played, you get to choose 1 other character on both your front line and your energy line and swap them. If that chosen character is Asuna, this character, oh sorry, my bad. If Asuna is on your field, this character gains double attack. So pretty much if Kirito goes ahead and attacks, he will go ahead and restand 1 more time to just go ahead and swing again. And then he's also a raid trigger, so if you pull him from your life, you get the option to go ahead and either add it to your hand, or if you have the required energy, you just go ahead and perform raid with him. He's going to have 4000 BP as a base, and then generate 1 energy for you as well if he's on your energy line. And so we will also have 4 of him as well, just because he is our one and only raid trigger. And so let's go ahead and get over to our events and sites. And so next card that we have coming up, we're going to be running 4 of it, and it's going to be our 2 energy 1 AP switch. So this event, choose up to 1 of your AP cards and switch it to active. Choose 1 of the following. You get to choose either 1 to choose up to 1 character on your field and move it to the other line, or you get to choose to move 1 character on both your front line and energy line and swap them. And it's also got a draw trigger. Does not generate any energy for us as well, just because it's an event. So we're going to be running only 4 of those, so that way we can utilize that whole ability of Kirito and Asuna's switch ability, just in case we aren't able to use them based off of the raid ability alone for Kirito. And so yeah, we'll go ahead and go into the next card. It's going to be our final trigger, so we're going to run 4 of them as always. It's 3 energy, 1 AP. This one's called Asuna's Sandwich, and you get to go ahead and do the usual. Choose up to 2 of your AP cards and switch them to active. If it's a final and you pull it in your life and it's the last card, you get to place the top deck of your card, or the top card of your deck, into your life to go ahead and see if you get to stay alive 1 more time. Next card is going to be our special. It's going to be 4 energy, 1 AP, Starburst Stream. Choose 1 character with 3000 BP on your opponent's front line and sideline it if Kirito is on the field, 5000 BP or less. And it's also a special trigger, so as always, you get to choose 1 character on your opponent's front line and sideline it. And then on to our next card, we've got the Elizabeth Smith Shop. This is going to be our site card. It's 2 energy, 1 AP. You get to play this card set to active on your field, and then the activate main, you switch it to resting and choose 1 character on your field. It gains 1000 BP until the end of the turn. It's got a get trigger, so pretty much add it to your hand if it's in your life, and then it's going to generate 1 energy as well. And so pretty much this is the card that I was talking about earlier, where I said we will have a card from the starter deck that can help us boost our BP for our turn whenever we go ahead and get ready to an attack. And so even though it doesn't just give the entire front line 1000 BP, you still have the chance to just give somebody 1000 BP. And so for example, any of the characters that are 2000 or higher, I can pretty much go ahead and push them up 1000 and allow myself to go ahead and swing, because normally you'll at least have most people hold something that'll be at least 3000 or 3500 BP or more at this point with the different amount of sets out. There's not too many times where people are holding any characters out that are 2000 BP or less. So it's like you might as well go ahead and try to have something that can help you boost up your BP in this starter deck, in my opinion. I'm going to go ahead and obviously test it out on the what's it called, the Cardboard Kitsune website as well, now that we have these out on EXPerts. So that's going to be a lot of fun as well. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for this starter deck as well. And this is also the 2 different AP cards, I believe, that are going to be coming into the starter deck. So you've got the nice little Kirito white and blue action point card. I like the design behind it. I'm not sure if that's going to be like a foil type card or not. I haven't personally gotten any of those special starter deck cards yet, so I don't know exactly how they look yet, other than what I see on other people's videos or Reddit posts. But then here we go as well with the Asuna action point card as well. Both of these AP cards look really nice, so if you can get your hands onto both of them, I hope you enjoy both of those. And yeah, if you guys have any opinions on the starter deck, please let me know what you think you would swap out or not. And yeah, this is just what I have as a HypoDeck as of right now, because I do not have my hands on a starter deck yet. As everyone knows, it's not out yet. So we always like to create our HypoDecks, give you guys an idea of what we think is going to work out once everything comes out. And yeah, just let me know what you guys think, and I hope you guys have a great one. Appreciate you guys for watching, and see you next time. Peace out.